Lead teams with vision, not tasks.
And actualized, what would that be?
Wow, when I was starting my business journey, it was pretty tough. Like I had a business separation. I bought my co-founder out and it was pretty tricky. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like 25. I didn't even know what an invoice was. So I started from no idea of what I was doing. And I listened to a lot of Tony Robbins. And I think like I went to like 4 times and I did a lot of like self-work with Tony Robbins. But one of the things that he said was, if you can be a blessing in other people's lives, your life will be blessed. And I think like that really resonated with me, just trying to do good first and lead with that. And so
I've got the quote here, which you share often, and you've stated it as your favorite quote. And the only way to become wealthy and stay wealthy is to find a way to do more for others than anyone else is doing in an area that people really value. If you become a blessing in other people's lives, you too will be blessed.
bang on.
What does that mean to you?
Well, I think there's this concept of value, right? Which is if you can fix a valuable problem for a large group of people and you can do it with that first before wanting to take, everything else comes later. So I think the order of that quote is quite important. It's, you add value, you be a blessing to others, and then you will receive. And I think initially, especially like when you're getting into business, like you have a lot of primary needs. You need to survive. And I think people can get that wrong. They're trying to think about their own, their own outcomes first. And that works up until a point, but I think when you really want to build something significant, you can't lead with that. You can't get people to come work in a company that is just there to make you money. I mean, you can for some, but you're not going to get the best talent.
Yeah.
You really need to have a mission and a purpose that serves the world, that people want to be around and be proud to come to work and do every day. And so I